Takumi, Barrack, and Marquis Godwin discuss the previous attack and confirm that the attacker was Sidonia's Divine Light Squadron, which is an extreme fanatic group of the Church of Divine Light. Takumi considers hiding in another country for the time being, but Godwin explains that living in Bolton would be safest for him since the Barcula Kingdom is dominated by the Church of Creation's believers, and the Knights will also increase their patrol and guard Takumi's house. Despite this, Takumi is shocked to find that he can't stop adventuring since it will hurt the guild as Takumi's party is one of the top 5 parties in Bolton's. Takumi feels depressed after thinking that the girl was exposed to a life or death situation because of him. Later, Takumi discusses the situation with the girls and reveals that he is planning to build a magical barrier that will prevent any intruder from barging inside the house. The girls also insist on adding a new member to their party who can play the role of tank, but it must not be a man in any case. The next day, Takumi begins implementing his magic formation with the help of Reva and Sophia. While engraving the formation on the stone sheets, the 3 notice Maple and Tsubaki training with a soft golem, prompting Reva to ask if creating a golem also fall into alchemy. Takumi says yes, but creating the core of Golem requires complex inscriptions and more mana, so he still hasn't tried doing it. Suddenly, when he finishes his barrier, he maxes out his mana manipulation skill and obtains a new spell control skill which allows him to create golems. Meanwhile, in the Sidonia Empire, the Pope and Elizabeth discover that their attack on Takumi has been exposed, so they decide to leave Takumi alone for a while and focus on summoning their heroes, which they can do in 2 months. Back in Bolton, Takumi tries creating a core of Golem when Maple suggests, why don't he tame one instead of this? Takumi likes her idea and finds from Sophia that there are some lurking stray stone golems near the dungeon, while inside the dungeon lurks a stronger iron golem, which they won't be able to defeat because of no tank in their party. As such, Takumi decides to find the stone golem, which he soon comes across, but then he realizes that it is really too big. Still, Takumi recklessly tries confronting it, which causes the girls to panic, but then he reveals that he can feel a weak connection with this golem. Apparently, this golem is the guardian of Nolan's shrine and is able to sense Nolan's blessing from Takumi, so he is not attacking him. However, the most surprising part is when Takumi is able to tame it in a single second. While the other girls are shocked, Maple asks about its name, so Takumi names it Titan, which he picks up from novels he read on Earth. Upon returning, Takumi thinks of putting Titan in his dimension pocket, but then gets shocked to see that it can transform into a smaller version. Later, Takumi further surprises the girls by creating a new mecha-like body for Titan, made out of adamantite and mithril, along with the ability to talk. But the main part is that he also created a hanger, which holds Titan's main large body. And when they fuse together, he is able to defeat even a dragon. Meanwhile, Nolan is watching Takumi working on his wild desires when another goddess comes and reveals that they have found traces of Anat's existence. They suspect it's because of the Church of Divine Light's long belief, but they are concerned as she is on the verge of becoming an evil spirit. It is then revealed that Nolan gave Takumi those extravagant blessings since she hoped he would end the war that Sidonia is going to erupt on the continent.